You can feel it on the wind as it gently stirs the miasma around the wagon, causing the crossroads candle's flame to flicker gently in the gloom. A change has occurred. Something is different. You look about and know nothing has changed near you, but something has changed. Perhaps your companions will know more, because the only way is forward. You'll find this change, and you'll master it as you have all the others. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orin, and we are back in Darkest Dungeon 2. And we are playing on the new patch. It is July 1st, so this is after the first balance patch they released, or hotfix patch. First of all, happy Canada Day to those of the Canadian persuasion. It's a few days until America's birthday, so yeehaw for that. And I hope everyone else in the world is doing good too. Anyway, we're playing in the new Trinkets and Baubles patch, and at the suggestion of Kiryu, we're actually going to take out a familiar formation here, just with a slight flip. So this is the standard flip, and as you can see, it's basically Unusual Suspects with Paracelsus and Audrey flipped. And looking through real quick, unfortunately, we did not see a single one of the new paths. So, unfortunately, nothing we can do about that. But let's meet our team. So we've got Audrey, the Grave Robber. She's a Shroud Scrounger and a Neat Freak. And by the way, I apologize if you hear me coughing, hacking, sniffling, etc. I have come down with what I am 90% sure is a case of COVID. It finally got me after 3 years, so that sucks. But we're gonna soldier through here. Audrey is a Wanderer, and Flashing Daggers is still bad when you don't have that path. And because she's in the 4th rank, she's not going to get to use Pick to Deface a lot. But I actually kind of want to try something out here. Lunge into Pirouette is a lot of damage to rock early, and she can kind of set that up repeatedly. When it makes sense, and otherwise throw Poison Darts, set up Dead of Night. And actually, do we want to have a Repartee as well? Probably do it like that. This seems like it could be good. Next up is Paracelsus, who is a Wanderer with Sluice Tactician and the Yips. And we'll give her kind of the bog standard setup with the inclusion of Incision, because she is going to get to Incision some percentage of the time. Then Dismas, our Highwayman, who I think we just leave with the base kit. He doesn't really need to change anything. Highway Robbery is now melee, so that's quite nice. Alright, and then finally Barristan, our Man-at-Arms. We'll give him his usual setup. He is an Aesthetic and... or Ascetic. I think it said Aesthetic. Ascetic, and has Zoophobia. So let's dive in with standard flip here. Already coughing. Not a good sign. Anyway. So there's not a lot to say about standard flip in the meta sense, because it is just Unusual Suspects with a very minor adjustment that Audrey and Paracelsus have traded places. That's not to say it's a bad formation. It's actually, I think, probably a slightly better version of the formation, because you're unlocking Paracelsus's Incision, which is definitely a good skill to have. Got a jumbo storage trunk, which is quite nice. And we'll just huck our new thing here. So, minor anchoring charm. Stun resist, move resist, but minus 10% death blow resistance. That's a little sus, but we'll put it in for now. Gilded Mind. Stress resist, death blow resist, and debuff resistance down. Alright. Well, as we keep rolling here, let's talk about these trinkets for a second. These are the minor trinkets, so these are kind of the worst versions. And this one, Minor Gilded Mind, I think is improved. Debuff resistance is not something I normally focus on stacking, so stress resistance and death blow resistance is probably worth it, at least some of the time. But the other one, Anchoring Charm, kind of feels actively bad. Given that death blows do happen, and you can't really prevent it. Oh, by the way, before I forget, this first run is going to be on Denial. I haven't played the Chains of Denial in some time, and I really just want to focus on the patch and the trinkets and kind of have some flexibility to try out different things. And to be honest, I just think the Seething Sigh is going to be a little too oppressive for that. So we definitely will get back to doing the Seething Sigh. I'm not backing away from it entirely. But I just want to take an opportunity to play the Chains of Denial, so let's enjoy it for what it is and get started here. Lunge hitting for plenty of damage. Nice. Get the Widow down immediately. But yeah, so this will be Chains of Denial run. Nice quick Chains of Denial run with standard flip. This will count to my personal objective of beating the game with every single named formation. It is beating a version of the game. Pirouette on the back end there. Maybe not the hardest version of the game, but I think the Chains of Denial still have some interest. And to be honest, you know, we've beaten the Seething Sigh with a version of the Unusual Suspects. So I think it's fair to say I've done it. But anyway, let's hit the inn. And yeah, early thoughts on the trinkets. Minor Anchoring Charm feels kind of bad, though maybe not as bad as it could be, because that Death Blow resistance is only really relevant some of the time. So the rest of the time, it might actually be good. I don't know. We're definitely going to be learning together. My Time in the Desert. That is an early triage kit. That is an early triage kit. I think we buy that. I think that's a very good item to just get. I'll buy some apples and cheese too. Because now we can go milk-soaked linen, burn salve on somebody, pouch of lye, sure, we're never going to use it, and triage kit. And we got a nice little initial loadout here. Apples and cheese we'll put on Barristan, let him get tanking. Dismas will get that. Audrey will get that, and Paracelsus will get that. There we go. Bleed resist we'll put on Barristan. And Clarifying Poultice, we are in the chains, so we're going to save this till the end, because that is just too good to pass up. Let's do our Mastery Point. What would we normally upgrade here? We could upgrade like an early Lunge or early Pirouette. That's a lot of damage. I think we do just upgrade Bolster. I just don't want to worry about stress. So yeah, we'll do the early Bolster upgrade. It's going to be kind of a back to basics run. Don't push yourselves too crazy. Ooh, hello. What do we got here? So Clear Out the Lair, which is scary, but it's Plague Doctor, Indelible Trinket. If first in round, so if you go first, get a vulnerable token. 10% melee crit chance if Medicinal Herbs is equipped, plus 50% healing given. That actually gives a reason to carry Medicinal Herbs. That's a lot of healing. And that's 10% crit chance is quite a lot. But I don't... That is probably good enough to go fight a Zone 1 Harvest Child, but I don't really feel compelled to do so when we've got the Sluice as an option. But yeah, comment section below, would you go for this? Fight the Harvest Child for this? It's definitely better than it was. It's a lot better than it was, good lord. So that's definitely appealing. But anyway, we'll head into the Sluice first. Let's get some early ramping. Thank you all for watching. This is the standard flip formation. Running... Excuse me, running through the Chains of Denial just to get us into the new patch. And apologies again, I'm sick and doing my best. Till then, see ya.